Welcome to Serbia!
Welcome to Serbia.
My spidey senses are stopping me from being comfortable here. More than 10,000 people are estimated to have been executed here.
Never a good sign if they're picking up the umbrellas.
So we're going to make a run for it. What we didn't know was 10 o'clock last night, the restaurant across the road was going to start playing disco music. Show you a little bit of this concentration camp. What makes it rather unique is that it's pretty intact and well preserved.
Welcome to our channel. We're Andre and Lisa. Over the last 20 years, we have traveled together to more than 40 countries. 5 years ago, we embarked on a long-term sabbatical and have been nomadic ever since. For most of the past 2 years, we have been exploring Western Europe with our motorhome. This year, we plan to make our way through Eastern Europe towards Denmark for summer. We'll be heading south for winter and just maybe make it to Morocco. So hit that subscribe button and join our adventure.
Alright, let's go.
Let's go! Welcome to Serbia!
Welcome to Serbia. Welcome back to our channel. Yes, we are driving into Serbia, and first impressions, the road's amazing. But just quickly, today has been a very, very full day. This morning we left Kosovo, we crossed back into North Macedonia. We left North Macedonia almost immediately, just after we getting fuel.
And experiencing just a little bit more of their bad roads.
Yeah, I have to admit, North Macedonia really need to work on your roads a little bit. But if you haven't watched our previous video, we published 3 videos on Kosovo. Before that, some North Macedonia videos and a few on Greece and Albania. Now, if you watched our last video, you would have noticed right at the end we having some problems. And this is part of the reason why we're skipping Bulgaria at the moment and we're heading straight into Serbia.
Luckily, we've got some friends in Serbia who are going to be helping us out, because driving with suspension that you know is faulty and slightly broken does not feel very comforting at all.
We know it's wrong. The dampers are leaking oil, so they're not working well. There's one of the link arms that's got a break in it. We're going to have all that sorted out within the next week. We're not exactly sure where we're ending up today. It's quite late actually. It's almost 5 p.m. and we didn't know how long the border crossing is going to take. It actually went super easy.
So we don't know where we're going to stop tonight, but hopefully we're going to be able to make it to go and see a little bit of Niz before we start working on Millie.
We're making promises again.
I am. It says slow down.
It says
Average
Wi-Fi at 1,000 meters.
There's Wi-Fi on the highway.
Should we stop for Wi-Fi?
And you can plug in.
Alright, show this great road quickly and we'll catch up with you later. Baja. A card for euros.
Oh,
you have euros.
I've got euros.
Just free Wi-Fi. So we can't drive here.
Stop here, facing the park, and then reassess.
There's no parking anyway. Yeah, I see. Unless it's like these parking. Yeah, the problem with Park for Night in these places is street views are out of date and unverified. People haven't been here forever. So we went to a spot we thought we were gonna. Oh, where's the sun? Oh. And it didn't work out. So now we're like, oh, now we're here. What do we do?
We actually spotted this as we drove past it, and I think we both knew it was probably a decent place to stop.
Official parking, we're out of the road, which I always like. We can put our butt over the back.
We made it into Serbia. Yay, I'm so glad. That was a long day of not driving. Me not driving.
So if all goes well, tomorrow we'll wake up and we'll drive to Niz. It's a Saturday, we don't know exactly what's going to happen there.
How do we always pick this? Going to go and see cities over the weekend?
Yeah, parking is also going to be a problem, so we'll see how that works out. We're going to pick something to eat, just relax, see if our internet still works. It's 6 o'clock and it's nice and quiet.
Come, let's go and fix a drink or something.
This is always very exciting. We've had a long day and we don't have much left in the fridge.
It's always some emergency supplies.
There's always something cool. What are we making?
Instant pizza without the oven. You can get the base quite crispy, it's just the top doesn't get quite the heat, so you must choose ingredients that work for that. I actually don't put tomato sauce. I like to put this like a red pesto, but this is one's made with sun-dried tomato.
Very nice.
Very nice. So get a nice saltiness to it, and then some feta, some olives, whatever we have.
Sounds
I'll see
good.
the end result in a minute. Okay, quite nice. They look the part, eh?
You're not gonna lie, it's not the best pizza in the world. When you make pizza from scratch, baby, please don't do that. Andre,
Lisa loves it when I lick the knife.
this is what I have to live with.
Sometimes I forgot. I just sharpened it and then I nicked my tongue.
Exactly. So,
Yeah, Jim.
not the best pizza, but
What?
I'll take it. It's a very good pizza for being done in the pan. Let's eat.
Well, that's it. Say good night, Lisa. Good night.
Great idea. Driving past the cemeteries.
The cemetery is a popular outing on Saturdays, or is there a significant date today? Is it today?
Okay, wait,
the-
stop, guys.
Is it like today is a
Look
something
at
special
that.
happening here?
There's people making food, there's still selling flowers. That car is plenty of parking.
Nobody else here. We know better than doing anything without breakfast, so we stopped after navigating this insane traffic coming into Nice. We're just stopping to make some quick breakfast. Nothing special. But before Lisa gets completely
Hungry.
hungry, is that your
Hungry.
thing? Once again reminded that I'm not a city person, and this is a Saturday and this is a mistake. And we really don't have anywhere to park because the traffic is too intense. Even if we find a parking, it might not work for overnighting. So you might have to leave the city. It means
I'm feeling the enthusiasm. I really want to go and see Niz. We are here now. Our other alternative is to leave it to do after we've fixed Mali. Then we can do it during the week. But then it's a 100-kilometer one-way detour. We have one rule, and that's move forward. So let's have our breakfast.
breakfast. Yes, have breakfast. Okay, so we still parked exactly the same spot at this park. We're gonna go check out this memorial. I'll tell you the story in a minute. My spidey senses are stopping me from being comfortable here. I think the point is, it's not that I'm too concerned with noise. Like you said, the issue is that
Or security from the theft or
No.
that kind of situation. It's more
No.
security from the accidental type behavior.
yeah, like weird activities around us. This
We
is
have
not-
had a truck drive into us before, so
As this site was the actual site of mass executions of prisoners, this park is in its entirety a memorial dedicated to happenings during the World War II. More than 10,000
10,000.
people are estimated to have been executed here. And it's associated with a Nazi concentration camp that is in this, that's exceptionally well preserved. We're hoping to actually make it there. It's called the Red Cross concentration camp due to its proximity to a Red Cross center, ironically. The German authorities were struggling to get resources and additional reinforcements. So they made the declaration that for every German soldier killed in this area, they will execute 100 prisoners. For every German soldier injured, they will execute 50 prisoners. So after a bunch of prisoners escaped from the center, the mass execution started in this area. Now, at some point, a lot of the evidence was destroyed, and a lot of the records doesn't exist anymore. But yes, quite a gruesome story.
it's quite a nice park though.
Yeah, I can imagine in summer it can be nice and cool here.
Beautiful and shady.
Various elements to this memorial. Path of Remembrance, memory wall, and then these fists at different heights, symbolizing the death, resistance of men, women and children.
I sort of expected there to be more people and more activity here because this is actually a picnic area where you can come and hang out, but it's completely abandoned.
I wouldn't say abandoned, it's just nobody here today.
But apparently the weatherman says that there's hectic rains in the next hour or two.
You just
I don't know
don't
who
know.
to trust.
We can take a chance and just do our thing.
Oops. I may have stumbled into a bakery and found a burek.
It's just like fell in your lap. All right, let's go. Completely as predicted, the rain never came.
It might still be coming though, actually, if I look up.
We're finding our way now to a little square where there's a walking street, I think.
It used to be called Tinkerer's Alley because all the tinkerers used to be in here. Nowadays they don't do so much tinkering.
I don't mind a bit of tinkering myself, if you know
But
what I mean.
now they've turned it into a little walking street with a bunch of coffee shops and restaurants. Well, there is one advantage to parking a little bit further away outside of a city and walking in is that you get to see the neighborhood surrounding the city, and it's a very nice experience. I really enjoy that.
Found the main walking street, and it's actually quite nice. There's loads and loads of little restaurants. Super nice mall, which we went to use their bathrooms. Thank you, mall. The Forum for
Mall.
the win. Skies are getting gloomier, so either we have a beer or an ice cream. What do you vote?
Yo, I don't know. If we want good ice cream, I vote ice cream. Otherwise, a beer sounds good too. If we need to run for cover, then it's a beer.
Okay, we're going to go check out the monument before
Oh,
the rain
feeling
sets
the wind
in.
is never a
There's
good
some
thing.
cover here next to H&M. I quite like the city. Hey?
It is quite nice.
It's nice. I mean, we haven't seen a lot of it, but it's walkable. It's
Lots of
it's green.
shops.
It's lots of shops. Lots of restaurants. It's got some nice parks and open spaces. It's actually quite clean. It's nice. I like it.
I was so hoping that these fountains are going to be on.
Oh, they're on all right. I can feel them.
Is it raining or is
keep
it just the fountains?
Keep a wide berth. It's very windy.
On a summer's day, you'll find the kids playing in here.
Come on, baby, you can do it.
Yeah.
Save yourself a shower.
Van life, you've got to take the water you can get.
Good job. You timed it perfectly. On that side you can see the entrance to the fort, but we're gonna go in?
No, we're going to leave that for tomorrow. That
Okay.
side of the river for tomorrow.
Right, it hasn't rained yet.
Let's look at that cloud. Never a good sign if they're picking up the umbrellas.
Okay, we're gonna make a run for it. It's gonna get wet soon. Soon. See you later. But alas, good morning. It seems peaceful enough, apart from the road noise, which I actually don't mind. What we didn't know was 10 o'clock last night, the restaurant across the road was going to start playing disco music until 2:30 a.m. We were completely surrounded by cars. You know, you look at places like this and you think, oh, it's going to be nice and relaxed. Anyway, let's talk about this in a minute.
What I realized at about 2 a.m. last night, when the music was still going and I wasn't sure how long it was still going to go on for, or whether that was really the worst part, or whether the worst part was still coming, is that as every hour passes in these situations, your options just keep getting less. Because at 10 o'clock when the music started, we wondered, should we move? At that point, it's already dark, but you can think about maybe one or two alternatives.
I think it's catching up to us a bit. You know, we're struggling, and there's a simple reason why. There's just not enough people traveling here to justify a sort of infrastructure that makes this kind of traveling easier. It's not like we don't mind paying for accommodation, because we do often go to paid airs, paid motorhome stops Not so much campsites, because campsites tend to be more resort orientated, which I don't really like.
But we normally choose to actually pay for accommodation whenever we visit a city, because normally it offers us something more. Here, firstly, you can't find it. Secondly, it doesn't offer you any more, because often these campsites are actually not campsites. And thirdly, like you say, you could be staying in an Airbnb for a cheaper price.
Yeah, we do this full time. It just becomes so exhausting that the choice you ultimately make is you're just going to skip these destinations. You're going to stick to the countryside. You're going to try and park more in the rural areas, and you're going to miss out.
We want to see as much as possible. We don't just want to be parked out in nature. It's not just a holiday. We want to see and experience things.
Yeah, exactly. It's tricky, but we are getting up fairly early now. We're trying to move to the other side of the town, and if all goes well, we can also go see the
Concentration camp.
concentration camp. Yes. Okay, so let's get through the city before the traffic picks up.
Let's do this. Very happy to report that it worked out well. This is quite a small parking area, but we got the perfect parking for Millie. Just over there is the concentration camp museum. We should have come here last night.
We're going to try and show you a little bit of this concentration camp. What makes it rather unique is that it's pretty intact and well preserved. Short story is that it was established in 1941. Serbia was the only part where the occupying German forces established a military government. And this was because it was a strategic location for railway and waterways. This concentration camp was built in 1941, and it housed
35,000 in total.
Over its life. There was 4 different categories of prisoners. One was what they called retaliatory. Yeah, so these were for execution when German soldiers were hurt or killed. Others were Jews, Romanis, and then also with others with affiliation to the Liberation Army. So it's 300 per person. You can also get a combination ticket if you want to visit the archaeological hall, the Skull Tower, and the Mediana. All of these are going to take time. So you need a full day to explore all of this.
If you have any questions, can you ask?
Thank you so much.
As expected, that was intense and humbling. Definitely well worth your time. Suddenly my complaining about my lack of sleep this morning pales in comparison.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely crazy to think that what some people have survived through and so many others not survived through.
Let's not use that as a benchmark for how people should behave. Moving on to something more, how can I say?
Uplifting.
Uplifting. Let's take a walk to the fort and look for ice cream.
Sounds like a good idea.
So this is the back end of the fort, and I see the fort still has some bears guarding its entrance. Oh, it's a big guy.
Word.
Oh, dog. Yeah, massive.
Yo, that guy's big.
This is the aftermath of an event. Yo, people are messy.
Oh my word.
Check out bags and bags of rubbish.
This is crazy. Gosh, he's enormous.
I guess
It's definitely related to a bear.
right now inside the fort. The whole fort ground is actually accessible free of charge. spits you out right at the river. But there's a little bridge that takes you over to the square.
And apparently this area is quite popular for picnics over the weekend. I'm guessing more so in summer. Seems like we missed all the parties yesterday.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah.
No, we were in the party zone.
Voltut Building Excavations,
Unique
Basilica
special
Street.
ensemble. Okay, you're gonna go explore.
Looks quite dark in there.
Let's see if Lisa noticed change classes.
I can see. Can you see inside?
No.
Oh, no. Nice little sunnies.
What do you think?
They definitely draw attention.
Oh, do they?
I don't think you need LSD with those glasses.
Yeah, I actually bought them for you. They definitely were dirty. Maybe someone needs them. Yeah, that's where we were yesterday. And yesterday we were standing right there, and I want to say the weather was not much better.
I was going to say the grey skies really don't do this place any justice.
Behind us, you can see the farmers market. I don't know if they stop, but maybe if we rush out there and go check it out first.
You can find something to eat.
Let's go see the farmers market.
But, oh.
What?
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 What? Go, farmers market. Okay, we seem to have found our way into the farmers market now. I thought this market was only on weekdays, but it's Sunday morning. And we're definitely going. Look at this place. Shall we walk down this one quickly?
Yes. So do you go for the guy with the least eggs left over or the guy with the most eggs left?
For some reason, it seems a bit more difficult to find a bakery, but we found one outside the market.
Bakeries are apparently closed on Sundays, it seems.
Let's go back to the main square. Maybe we can get a little coffee or something. Glorious, glorious sun. Look how pretty it is here.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Lovely, lovely vibe here on a Sunday. Very relaxed. So many benches, places to sit.
Oh, we're sitting right here in the square again. This is so nice. Now we decided that ice cream is too cold for ice cream. I know. I'm sitting in a short sleeve shirt and the sun's out. So we grabbed a coffee.
So this giant pastry was 100 dinar, which is less than €1. It's
Okay.
85 cents, euro cents, and the coffee 120
That's a macchiato.
dinar, macchiato, which is €1. But it looks like someone's already been in it.
Oh, there's a mouse.
There's been a mouse in it.
Mouse.
Look how gigantic this is.
I've never seen that around this part of the world, so I'm very
Right.
curious as to who ate that piece.
Not me this time.
Should I taste? So it looks like a kaneelboulard or Danish, but it's not as sugary. I think you should dump it in milk.
A little bit dry. Not super tasty.
Maybe it's still time for ice cream.
No, you're joking.
Guys, we're going to sign this video off here. We survived our first couple of days in Serbia. It had its ups and downs. This is quite a nice city. I think this is something you should put on your visit list.
I'm glad we did make the effort to come here, even if it meant getting a bad night's sleep. And now we are looking forward to getting Millie fixed.
From here, we're heading a little bit further north, and we don't really know what's going to happen in the next couple of days and next week. There's quite a lot of work that needs to be done. We've decided to replace the rear suspension. We decided to replace the front suspension. We need to do a full service on the van, and we need to check a few other things as well. So we're going to be busy. Hopefully by the end of this week, we'll have everything wrapped up and we're going to explore further. But as always, thanks for watching. If you made it this far, remember, click the subscribe button, smash that like button. Don't take anything we say or do too seriously. This is just our impression of our experiences. Just get out there, explore the world on your own, have fun, and we'll see you guys next time.
Ciao.
And watch out for the oil.
Jubilee.